with one of the first great awakening, the first great spiritual awakening that this country claims was started by a man who was preaching a sermon called Sinners in the Hand of an Angry God. And at that disposition, while we were looking at Sinners, the movie, and the ideas of slavery and some of the things that were going along with that, and our folks in the field and all of these things that were right there. And we're talking about the concept of how you make a dysfunctional disciple. Because when you give people an angry God, when you give people an angry God, which is what we see on the march today, as some of us are struggling to look at what we see with Christian nationalism and all these things that we're dealing with that are here, we're lying to ourselves, y'all. The truth of the matter is our foundations are sure, and we have disrespected the will of God in the way that we have taught God here in this space from the beginning. This isn't anything new. And so it's difficult to look up now and for everybody that knows the history to be looking and acting as if somehow we're surprised about what we're seeing, when the truth is this thing has been on the march for a while. This is these shadows are not new. These leanings are not new. This energy is not new. It has always been there. Matter of fact, one of the greatest things that happened during that Great Awakening was that it was so great, the revelation of Jesus, but that it didn't actually tell anybody to release those people that they were holding captive, that were fellow image bearers that was out there in the field. And that same spirit is on the march.